G'day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens, and everyone all around. Recently, a single was dropped by my favorite band, my muse, my idols, my reasons for being, System of a Down. The song is called Protect the Land with a second track entitled Genocidal Humanoids, which I guess is kind of a B-side to it and has been written in the wake of the recent ongoing conflicts between the people of Armenia and the corrupt regimes running Turkey and Azerbaijan, who I guess are trying to claim the region of Armenia and Artsakh. I'm not even going to begin to go into it, it's a whole thing. Point is, 2020 got so ugly that even System of a Down got past their personal differences. This is bigger than their own personal issues. But yeah, the band has stated that this doesn't necessarily mean that they're back to making music regularly. This was merely to get the message out about what is going on in Armenia. The band has never shied away from being very open about their Armenian heritage and bringing to light all the wrongdoings that has happened to their people. Anyway, on to the tracks. First things first, it is worth noting that Darren Malakian, the guitarist of the band, said that he originally wrote these tunes for his current project, Scars on Broadway, and it's definitely not hard to believe him on that, because pretty much all of the hooks and styles of the tracks have his signature writing style on them. Like, I would have definitely believed that it was from Scars on Broadway before believing System's name was on it. And that's not to say it's a bad thing, because Darren's last solo album, Dictator, is an album that holds a special place in my heart, and the single holds more similarities to that album than, say, Mesmerize and Hypnotize. With this most recent stuff, including with Mesmerize and Hypnotize, their previous efforts, it's very rare to hear stuff that Serge came up with, stuff that made their earliest work so fascinating and gritty. Despite this, Protect the Land has got a really clean sound, and the riffs, whilst being very bare bones and simple, even for a System project, are still enough to pull me and many other listeners in. The song has a pretty basic structure to it and is 100% one of the longest tunes they've written, but they were putting substance of their messaging over the artistic integrity of System of a Down as a name, and that's something I really respect. I was especially accustomed to Darren's guitar lick at the end of the first and second chorus. It has a very Phrygian vibe to it, and I think it's based simply off the F harmonic minor scale. The lyrics, I think, are very provocative than would be noticed on their earlier albums and are much more pondering and open as a message. While System's older songs are angry about the past, Protect the Land is a song that questions for a better future. A lot of what they're talking about, especially in the accompanying music video, is just kind of an ode to the people fighting on the ground for their land, their brothers and sisters, and for their country and cultures as a whole. Overall, I think musically, with their guitar and drum lines, it kind of falls short to what System has produced in the past, but it's still a decent headbanger, slow as it is, and the message is kind of the biggest thing that the band had intended to push across. And that's, I think, what makes it a standout System number. Okay, on to Genocidal Humanoids, with a Z. This is definitely the more familiar song to the trademark System sound than its big brother, with its chugging riffs and vocal harmonizations between Serge and Darren. It definitely seems like the ADHD-ridden little brother of the main single, with a lot of the band's eccentric qualities coming out through each member. And it is mainly made up of a driving sound that repeats itself largely throughout the song. However, where this song really shines is the breakdown. Holy God, those blast beats are something that rivals black metal. It's really shown how good of a drummer John is with this track. He doesn't overdo it with flashy fills and too many notes within a groove, but the stuff that he does put in is fast and technical in and of itself. Okay, on to the lyrics. It's a very repetitive song, with most of the verses being recycled all the way through, bar the middle blast beat section, and they're kind of a call to action in the way that it shows the brutality of fighting another side and overcoming an oppressive regime through violent means as it's the only way out for them. All in all, not as insightful as the first song, but maybe because it serves as a break from the sheer grandness of the messaging of the last one. huge scale, and a way to propel us back into the adrenaline rush of how serious the situation actually is. Um, if I would have any complaints about the tracks, both of them, I think that Chavo was probably the weakest link of the album. There isn't really much room for him to really wriggle on this record, and besides completing it, which he's 100% needing for, there's nothing really much special about what he did for the sound of the record, like his counterparts, especially when compared to, say, Steal This Album. All in all, this single is a satisfying return to form for the band. A sad reason for them to return, but good that they did nonetheless. I highly recommend checking this new stuff out and supporting their efforts to help the Armenian troops on the ground. That's all from me, everyone. Please like and subscribe because I'm really hoping to start nurturing my YouTube channel a little bit more. And see you next time I see you. Peace.